and the government's going to be established forever as well. Okay, but according to, they won't answer that question. You know what? They tried to do that back in the day, but the guy who tried to call himself King David, they tried to call him King David, right? The so-called be fulfilling prophecy. He dropped dead, man. He died. Okay, that's the Heavenly Father who did that, man. All right, so they couldn't come up with that bullshit, man. All right, but when we get into that land, King David is going to be ruling under Yahushua, man. Okay, and that's going to be forever, man. All right. Let me read that one more time. This is Amos 9:11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen and close up the breaches thereof. And I will raise up his ruins and I will build it as in the days of old, man. So he's going to build King David in his glory again, man. He's going to put King David back in that glory, all right? And he's going to be sitting on the throne of Israel, okay? On the top throne, I should say, because everyone in Israel is going to have a throne. All right, everyone of Israel is gonna have a throne, man. Every man of Israel, okay. But there's gonna be greater thrones, man. All right, starting with Yahushai's throne, of course, and then it's gonna go down to what, the 12. All right, then it's gonna go down to the rest of the 144,000, and then the common folk of Israel. Okay. Now we continue in Isaiah the 2nd chapter. This is verse 4. And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. All right, and swords are what? They're weapons of war. Okay, spears are weapons of war. All right, what are plowshares? Plowshares is something for agriculture. Okay, pruning hooks is something for agriculture that they used to use for sifting. All right. So it's telling you that they're going to trade in their swords, right, their weapons of war, for agricultural weapons, okay? Because right now they're doing the opposite of that. They're trading in their agriculture. They're taking money from agriculture and putting it into their weapons, all right? Because they're getting ready for that World War III that's getting pulled up, all right? World War III, the other nations can see World War III is inevitable, man. It's unavoidable, man. All right? And the reason it's unavoidable is because the Heavenly Father wants it to be that way. The Heavenly Father has written it to be that way. Okay? No matter how much Donald Trump acts like he does something good for these other people, man, they're still going to turn on him, man. All right? Because it's written, man. All right? It's written to be so. These Edomites don't have much time left, man. Their rulership is finished, man. Okay, they had their heyday in like what, the 20s, the 50s. They had their heyday. Now it's done, man. Now these Edomites are done, man. Okay, they're about to feel that wrath, man. These other nations are getting about tired of seeing these Edomites in their country, man. All right, oppressing their people. Okay, but in this time, right, in the time I'm reading about, they're going to be taking their weapons of war, and they're going to be turning it into agricultural tools. Okay, in other words, there will be no more war. Okay, into plowshares. Let me read that from the top again. This is Isaiah 2 verse 4. And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. All right, so they're not going to learn war anymore. There ain't going to be no more war. All right, when the Israelites were not in the land of Israel, right, there's not supposed to be any more war. But as you can see, as soon as they touched that land, there was war, because they're not the people, man. They're not the Israelites. They're not the Jews. Okay. And if people would put their brain together, man, and put 2 and 2 together, they would be able to come to that conclusion, man. But these people don't think, man. They let Esau tell them what to think, man. They let Esau tell them what's right and what's wrong, man. Okay? Instead of using their brain, man. All right? Because if you read the prophecies, it's clear that they don't fit any of the prophecies, man. All right? The only prophecy these Edomites fit, all right, the prophecies of being the devil, man. Okay? O house of Jacob, come ye, and let us walk in the light of the Lord. Therefore thou hast forsaken thy people, the house of Jacob, because they be replenished from the east, and are soothsayers like the Philistines, and they please themselves in the children of strangers. Their land also is full of silver and gold, neither is there any end of their treasures. And well, that's going into something else. But the whole point is that once we get to that land, there's not going to be any more war, man. All right, which is the complete opposite of what's going on right now, man. All right. As soon as they touch that land, Egypt attacked them, man. As soon as they touch that land, okay. Why? What was his name? The first president of Egypt. He said it. Gamal Abdul Nasser, right? He said that there can never be peace in the Middle East as long as they're there, because the Jews left black and came back white. Okay, that was a quote, man. Okay, from the president of Egypt, man. That was like in Time magazine or something like that. I can pull it up and find it right now. Okay, so they know that they're not the true Israelites, and that's another reason why they're so motivated to take them out of that land, because they know they're not the true Israelites, man. All right. They know you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are the true Israelites according to the Bible. Okay, they know that. All right. It's the only ones who don't know that, for the most part, is you Israelites, man. All right. And obviously there's ignorant people who don't know that as well, but for the most part, man, these other nations in like the East, man, they know that, man. You could tell them that. When I tell them this sometimes, or when we speak about this, they're like, yeah, I know that already. I know that. Yeah, I know you guys are the Israelites. I know this. All right. So if we're the Israelites, what's going to happen to the Edomites, man? And who are those people in that land right now calling themselves Jews? If we're the true Israelites, that's the question you have to ask yourself. All right. And I read it in Ezekiel, the 36th chapter, that the Most High is angry with that they're in that land right now. Okay. And he's going to destroy them out of that land. All right. That land is going to be hit with nuclear missiles and wiped out, just like America's going to be hit with nuclear missiles. Okay? Because what? It has to be cleansed of that filth that's in there right now. All right? That filth that's in our land, man. All right? So let me get Jeremiah 49, man. Okay? Because what we're really waiting for, man, and we're waiting for those Israelis, man, those Amalekites to make a move, man. Because they're going to be the ones to bring World War III. Okay? We don't care what Donald Trump does, man. Donald Trump can do what he wants, man. Donald Trump can do what he wants, man. All right? But when it comes to the Edomites in that land, all right, they're going to be the ones to start World War III. Not Yahoo and that devil and the rest of them, man. Okay? They're going to be the ones to start World War III, man. All right? And then what? And guess what? Donald Trump has to follow their lead, man. Don't you notice he never says nothing? No president ever says anything bad about the state of Israel, ever. No matter what they do, it's impossible. Why? Because they're the ones controlling them, man. All right? It's the Jewish people, the so-called Jewish people, right? The Rothschilds, the DuPonts, the Gettys, these international bankers that control these people, man. All right? What happened to Donald Trump? He was in debt, right, for like $1.something billion, man, before he got the presidency, all right? And someone bailed him out, man. It was the Bilderberg group, which is run by the Rothschilds, man. They bailed him out, man. They gave him the money to get out of debt, man. Okay? They gave him that money, man. So what does that mean? Now you can notice all the things that he's doing is for their benefit, man, because they run him now, man. He can't do anything against them, or they'll destroy him in a second, man. The same way they got Kennedy shot, they'll get his ass killed right same way, man. All right. You guys think this guy really runs something, man? He don't run nothing, man. That's why you will never catch him saying anything bad against the state of Israel, man. It's impossible. Okay? You get Jeremiah 50 or Jeremiah 49. Okay, this is Jeremiah 49, verse 20. Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord that he has taken against Edom, right? And his purpose that he has purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. All right, so it's going back into Edom again, right? Just like I read in in Ezekiel was going into Edom there too, like how he has a controversy with Edom and how Edom took the land of Israel. Okay, it was explaining that in Ezekiel. Now he's bringing up the Edom again, man. So Edom is the main villain in the Bible, man. Okay, when you read the Bible, the main villain is Edom. All right, the Esau, the Edomites, man. Okay. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. All right. So the least of the flock is who? The Amalekites, man. The so-called the Israelis. All right. That would be considered the least of the flock, the Amalekites, man. Okay. So they're gonna bring America to war. Okay. That's why it says he shall make their land desolate with them. Okay. Let me read that again. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them. All right, and it says habitations because America's not going to be the only place that's going to be hit. Okay, but America's going to get the biggest destruction. That's going to be completely wiped out. All right, that destruction is going to burn up you're not going to see not even to see a rock, man, left from a building, man. It's going to destroy everything. Okay. So America is going to be destroyed, but also Germany, all right, Britain, all these different places, Canada, okay? Any place where these Edomites rule is going to get hit, man, all right? Every place where these Edomites rule is going to get hit. So that's why it says he shall make their habitations desolate with them, all right? Now let me go to, matter of fact, let me continue with that. This is verse 21. The earth is moved at the north.